What do you got?
So, Sensory Friday, right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a twofer. You know what a twofer is?
Twofer.
Right. 2 for 1.
It's going to be hard to beat number one.
Oh, hang on a second. We're going to try.
And what is this?
This is North Carolina's finest, right? And you only drink this when it snows. Which in North Carolina, oh, by the way,
It's not.
every other day. Like, we get like 70-degree weather, we get like 30-degree weather. Every other day.
Sweet. Peaches? Wow. Okay.
What is it, Charles?
I'm not going to analyze that. I'm a bourbon guy.
You're a bourbon guy.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Woo! Huh?
I'm going to have to clean my
Let's get this show on the road. So, coffee beans, right?
coffee beans. Neutralizes the nose. Okay.
Whiskey Tango Charlie. Here we are on Sensory Friday, and me and Charles are going to shoot 2 shows in one. We call it a twofer. Twofer. So we do some training. Some of the training that we do.
You're going to go back and get the box.
Yeah. So we want to show this to you. So Stave and Thieves Society.
Yep.
Charles, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Right, man. So, Executive Bourbon Store. We have been certified. We went to the class, got our thing there, and
so $4 and that will get you a Starbucks, right?
well, yeah, but it's cool looking, right? But anyway, part of the training is sensory kit. Sensory kit has all the different things. I mean, when we think about the flavor profiles and the flavor wheels, you think about your woods, your oak, your fruits, florals, things of that nature. But this goes way beyond that. It goes into the chemical side, which is kind of strange because you don't really want those chemicals. You don't want that in there, but they're there, and the chemicals are in the acetones and the butyls and things of that nature. So you're picking one there.
I did.
Okay.
I did, and I showed our fans what I picked.
All right.
I picked number 23.
23. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So number 23. I will let you hold it. Do not look this time.
All right. It's I can't see it.
Right.
Wow.
So the reason we do
I don't know
this,
why
right?
I'm doing that, dude.
No, hang on a second. So the reason we do this is so that we can train our palate, right? And we can train the nose. We can understand what it is that we're smelling. That and $4 will not get you a Starbucks, no doubt in my mind. Charles?
All right, let me hold it. Yeah, I don't. The label's on your side.
All right,
I
let's
get
go
back to
again.
it. All right, so. All right, I don't know what that is. It's not a chemical. It's not fruit. It's not. That one's I'm not familiar with, dude. I'll be honest.
So look, number 23.
Toast. Well, there you go. It's not one that I was familiar with.
No,
I'd have
but
to work on that.
No, but that's what we're working on, right? This is Sensory Friday.
Toast.
Right? There's nobody, well, I shouldn't say nobody, but there's very few people that are completely trained with this and know everything there is to know about it.
Toast. I have to really work on that. Is that toast? Because it's not.
Is it burnt toast?
It's
Is it
not,
butter toast?
No.
Is it jelly toast?
Toast, not in the sense of bread, a toasted bread. I don't get that. It must be more of a toast of wood, but I didn't pick up the wood, so that one I'm gonna work on.
All right.
Toast.
Why do we do this?
it's you know, everything you do about this sensory is about memorization. You have to memorize. Your brain has like, what is that? What is that? Process it, and it's a process of memorization. What you're smelling, what you're tasting, it's a memory thing. So, and that's why you do it.
So there's no one person that's perfect.
No.
Because everybody's palate is different.
Well, it's all different. Right?
So we're going to jump into our twofer on a Friday.
Wait.
No? What?
No, I have.
So the palate has already been shocked.
Well, it has been.
Okay.
I'll shock it again.
So what do we... So a little Mittners?
I'm going back to the Mittners. I mean, it's set out for a little while. But,
God, I'm a rye. I love some rye.
all right. So, I brought something with me. And this is something I know you haven't had. I hadn't had. I've already drank a bottle of this, by the way. Okay. Flatboat. Okay.
Right?
Flatboat.
Let me see.
All right. So the deal is, on my trip to Kentucky, my last trip, and this is a funny story I have to tell you.
There's no label on the back.
No.
So they were scrimping. So this is...
No, this is like, yeah, no, it's scrimping.
Scrimping, this is cheap. No, so 90 proof.
No, it's a 90 proof.
Right.
So this is the funny part. So you know, when I was up this summer, touring up through my pilgrimage to Indianapolis, back and forth. And anyway, I roll up in there, and if you've been up in Kentucky, many of you know this place called Liquor Barn. It's a well-known establishment, lots of stores around. And anyway, I roll up at Liquor Barn, and I always get the funny looks. You roll up at a major alcohol beverage store, and you roll up in your motorhome, and people already just look at you like, you know,
Tourist.
Yeah, let's go. Well, what this is?
Clark
And
Griswold.
so anyway,
Clark. Hey, Clark.
yeah. So then I walk in, and this is one of the few places I've gone in. I mean, you go to wine, Total Wine or something like that, but Liquor Barn, you roll, and they have shopping carts, folks. You have shopping carts, and so when you come in from a motorhome, and first thing you grab inside the door is you grab a shopping cart. People know you mean business, right? So that's me. I'm rolling up in there, and I'm going there, and this is on display. This was a display. So Flatboat is one that Liquor Barn. This is a private label for them. They contract this, and this is distilled, whatever, or not distilled, but anyway, that's they blend and bottle this for Liquor Barn. This is their deal, and the story of the flatboat is, as many would know, is the flatboats that back in the day in the 1800s, they would load the bourbon up, roll it down the rivers, float it down the rivers on its way to New Orleans. And the flatboat, that's the story behind this whole. Like I said, I've already had a bottle of this.
So the flatboat thing follows the video podcast we did with a gazillion barrels in 18 shit.
So yeah, it follows up with 1819.
No, 18 shit.
Yeah, 18 shit. But yes. So in 1819 there was a thing that
Charles
said
is crazy.
200,000 gallons.
All this stuff, right?
Like 200,000 gallons of bourbon floated down a month. 200,000 gallons per month was going to New Orleans.
Craziness. And it was done on a flatboat.
It was traveling down on flatboats, right?
All right.
So anyway.
So is it childproof?
No, this is a screw off, no cap. I mean,
right.
Oh man.
So if I can remind you all, if you haven't watched the last video, and I encourage you to do so, we do not have our responsible pouring device. This is a tasting. This is not drinking alcohol. This is truly tasting it. We're going to do a half ounce. Charles poured it, so my guess 3/4 to a full ounce, because he's off on multiple occasions.
Okay.
Huh?
Whatever.
Dude, I didn't make that shit up.
All right, 80 proof, slow aged in oak barrels. It's in white oak. Okay, white oak barrel aged, and Kentucky Straight. Right. It's a.
So what does Kentucky Straight really mean?
It means you want to drink it. That's what that means.
No, come on, talk to me.
No, it's
So-
so Kentucky Straight. I've got to look for the bottle. I'm looking for statements here, right? And I am looking for an age statement on this bottle, and I'm not finding an age statement, right? Huh? Are you seeing an age statement anywhere?
Hang on a second, let's look.
It's barrel aged Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Da da da.
Spirits of the River.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So I looked it over pretty good.
Right? You do it.
And it's cheap because it has no. No, I'm kidding.
And you know what? I really don't know what I paid for this. I keep saying I want to write a number, take a Sharpie and write numbers on this. But here's the deal, Troy. I'm afraid to. Because here's why. When I put up on the shelves and stuff, and my wife walks by, I tell her. She said, "Well, where'd you get that bottle?" Oh, that was like
a gift.
No, that was $10.
A gift.
They're all $10, right, folks? They're cheap bourbons. Right. So I don't know. I think this was.
So this is a private label, though, right?
It's private label for. This was there for Liquor Barn. This is their deal.
Good.
So no age statement. So we know this has to be at least 2 years old, and it's probably in the 4-year-old range. I'm looking at colors and stuff like that, right?
So not even put it up to my nose yet.
So
So sweetness, again, caramels, vanilla, all the suspects, right?
yeah, it's just your normal.
Right. I have some oak. That's a house? Is that?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the very thin
Mm-hmm.
legs.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the sweet, which follows the legs, right?
Yeah.
But lots of oak, a little smoky.
I like what I found about this one was it's not really complex. It is a great smooth finish to it. It gives you a great finish. The initial taste, it's not overpowering. There's no bite, but it tends to give you more to the back end than the first sip, as it settles in, and I get the profile just kind of just keeps developing as you kind of go along there, and
I can't smell enough, right?
I'm getting. I love this. When I look at my little chart here, the fruitiness of it. It's got a fruit, and I'm going to get into my fruit and floral.
So, talk to us about the wheel here.
Well, it breaks it up into. You got 5 categories there. Your woods, and what develops in the woods. The fruit and floral categories. The spices. Your aromatics. We've already talked about the aromatics right up on the nose. We're picking up the usuals, the vanilla. I'm not getting.
No butterscotch, no chocolate.
No, but I'm not going to say honey. But I get this faint like a honeysuckle almost. It's still that sweetness, and then the grain.
So the honeysuckle is something you've always been able to pick up, but I can't.
I don't know. I guess it's growing up in the, our right around our house there was lots of honeysuckle vines, and even at our house today, the woods right behind us in the summertime it just gets coated right on. So we have a fence on the backside, and right on the outside of that just it gets coated with honeysuckle. So I know going out in the backyard is like certain times of the year you just get that like wow. And I picked that up. It's faint, it's sweet there. It lines up with the sweetness. This I don't think.
So it's interesting you say that because I say this all the time. We are like victims of our surroundings, right? So saying that,
No.
right? If you got honeysuckles growing in your backyard, and I don't, there's no wonder that
Well,
I can't pick that up, right? I don't pick that scent up.
goes right back to what we're saying is, and I'm saying it earlier to about the memory, the memorization. Sensory, smells, taste is a memorized thing, and we went back to that toast while ago, earlier toast. So like, where did that come from? I don't know that. I don't know that. Haven't memorized it.
But as every day, when in the spring, when you walk out and there's honeysuckle in your backyard, you got it.
Got it.
Where I can't.
Right. Right. So, just because I'm not getting a lot of spiciness, I don't know the mash bill on this. Haven't really dug into it. I just picked these up because I thought the story was good. I thought, and quite honestly, the marketing was really good. Price point was where it needed to be, and I said, well, shoot, I'm gonna grab a few bottles of this, throw it in the shopping cart. But I don't know what the mash bill. But I would say if you're looking at this, I don't think the rye is a high content. It's not very high because I don't get. We had the Michner's rye a while ago for a little warm up.
Sure.
You got the spiciness, even the E.H. Taylor a little bit ago. More spicy. This is just mild all the way around.
Yeah, so we had, in our twofer, we had the E.H. Taylor small batch in the video prior to us. Please go out and take a look at that. But at the end of the day, it's a twofer Sensory Friday. So you're going to...
No, well,
I was going to reach for that.
I'm going to tell you. So, like I said, I've already drank a bottle of this before you've had this.
So we have these droppers. And what kind of water's in this, Charles?
I put distilled water in this. I didn't want. I wanted to make sure it's neutralized. They also sell. You see these containers now. I've seen them. It's the Kentucky limestone water. I've seen the little bottles, and they charge crazy money for it, by the way. But really, when the distillers are proofing stuff down, they're using distilled water. They're not using limestone water. Trust me.
Right.
I mean, if they are, I'm not aware of it because. What they're trying to do is when they're proofing down, they're trying to get to a profile, and I don't believe they want to use mineral water. They want distilled water because it doesn't change anything. You're just lowering proof. So that's why I use the distilled water. I know that I've been at some tastings where they've had the bottled a bottle of limestone, Kentucky limestone water, and we've used that and. It does make a difference. It really does change profile.
So one drop.
Wow. So I can tell you right off the nose, just jumps right up, right out of the glass.
And it moved it on the tongue. That is crazy.
Yeah. This is really a joy to pour this over in a tumbler and put a big ice cube in it and just sit there and enjoy that. I just can't go wrong. I don't know if it would be my go-to, but it certainly would be something that I would put. I have it in my collection, so it's on the shelf. And if you're through Kentucky and hit the liquor barn, I think you might want to grab a bottle of this and try for yourself. Again, what I like, what Troy likes, what you may like is all different. But at the end of the day, it's I think it's a pretty good drinker.
Sensory Friday. So what is Sensory Friday? Sensory Friday is where we're trying to learn our palates. We hope that you are sitting around on a Friday evening and learning your palate. As we grow together, because we're all not perfect, we hope you're growing. Charles?
Yeah.
I'm Troy.
I'm Charles.
To the whiskey lifestyle.
Cheers, my friends.
Cheers. Not a bad, Charles. Not a bad pick, brother.
Good one.